Got it. Am I recording or not?
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
All right. Go.
All right. Is everyone seeing it? Okay. Can you all see the pictures?
Yeah.
Okay. So last Friday we had our final presentation for the like Frost program here at Cal Poly, and so we talked to a lot of people in the physics department about what we have been working on this summer, and we made sure to mention all our international collaborators because couldn't do it without them. And then we've been finishing up some new ISECs with the same design as before, with the steel sleeve that goes all the way to the bottom, and then fiberglass or rock wool insulation around that. And when we were testing the thermal switches, we took a cooling curve of one empty ISEC, and we saw that it had about the thermal mass of a quarter of a kilogram of water, because it took about 15 minutes to heat up the inside air in the ISEC to 100 degrees Celsius. And then we saw that it cooled down at a rate of about 100 degrees over an hour for the first hour after that. And so we've finished making 7 more ISECs this week. And these 6 silver ones are all the same design that I showed on the previous page with the rock wool or fiberglass insulation. And then this plastic one at the back here is insulated with perlite for the whole thing. And so we're starting to put on USB charging ports for these so people can charge their phones with them, because that was something that's pretty important. And we've been coming up with ways to not break them, because the plugs that we use, these banana plugs on the left here, can go in positive to negative or negative to positive pretty easily. And so you have to be really careful not to plug it in backwards, because if you did plug it in backwards, then you'll break the USB port. And so we decided to add this this diode to it, so that if you plug in the USB port backwards, it just doesn't turn on at all.
You mean if you plug your solar panel in backwards in the end, right? And because at any time you could plug your solar panel in backwards and the heater will still work and you'll still cook.
Yeah,
But
if you plug the USB in backwards to the solar panel.
yeah, it'll just not work now. But if
Yeah.
you didn't have a diode, it would break.
Yes. And then the disadvantage to having the diode, though, is that when you do plug in the USB port the correct way to the solar panel, positive to positive and negative to negative like that, then you lose 5% of your charging power that you were going to get because of the diode. And so that's what we've been working on this week. Are there any questions?
I'll be interested. Are you going to do a boiling water test for your ISECs?
We can.
I'd appreciate it if you took just did 2, you know, for one metal one and for the plastic one.
Okay.
Right. I think you would have gotten your best results in the plastic bucket with rock wool because it's a little bigger. But I'll be interested, you know, and if we want to know rock wool versus perlite, we should have two of them in the same geometry. So you've convoluted your data a little bit, but it's still worth knowing, right? It's still worth knowing.
Yeah. So the plastic bucket with rock wool is at your house, I'm pretty sure. So.
Oh, and do you have data on that one?
I think so.
If you don't, I can take that, I suppose.
Okay.
Yeah, why don't we get those data presented then? If you have, oh, okay, well, that's great. So, yeah, get those data in order and we can show them next week. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Someone will show them if you're not available.
Okay.
It's worth telling the rest of the supergroup meeting that the researchers, the Cal Poly researchers, have finished their work this summer. And so when you see them, I'm glad they're still around, but they're not working all day, every day under contract anymore. So, you know, things are changing for us at Cal Poly. But we're always grateful to see them.
Okay, you can stop recording now, unless anyone has any more questions.
Oh, thanks. I forgot.